time is here, and thank you for tuning in to Cozy Sundays. Enjoy.
I know a place at the edge of the red light district we can lay low, but my hands are all messed up. You better drive, brother. That's it, guys. We are talking GTA. Good evening, my Cozy Sundayers. How is everyone doing? Hope you're doing well. So, I recorded this episode the day we got the second lockdown in the UK. It's good to be safe, alright? So, I'll get it. Now, I know everyone's getting fed up with this and worried about Christmas. That's the main thing. As Christmas is usually for families. Lucky for me, though, I've got a wife. And I've got a son as well, and we already got his presents before the lockdown. We kind of thought it was coming because of the winter and people getting ill more, so we thought, you know what, let's just get it now, so at least he's happy. So even if we don't see people and presents, it's at least he's good, so that's alright. So yeah, it's going to be different, definitely a different year, as everyone knows. But on a good note, that you have me in your ear. And also I'm thinking, just to get me in your ear some more, doing a binge recording for Christmas. So you can have me all through Christmas. And don't act like you don't want to, because I know you do. So what have you guys been doing this week? I've had a different fun couple of nights. I've been binge watching a crazy load of old things, which is some on Cozy Sundays. For instance, Tom and Jerry. I literally watched so many of these cartoons. So good. I love them. Hence I've done episode 1 of Tom and Jerry. And also, if you're from the UK, or you may know it from other countries, let me know on Instagram. Only Fools and Horses and Fawlty Towers. Now, the humour and comedy around this is, typical English, but so good. I can watch them all day, and I did. All night, and I did. I think I'm prepping for the older lockdown. Because ours is for 4 weeks, if you wanted to know. And then they will assess it and see. Also, guys, before we start on this GTA one, I've got into collecting old school retro games, because obviously I've been listening to podcasts like it and I love it anyways. So I've been buying old Sega games, Nintendos, etc. I don't have much time to play them, but it feels good sitting on the shelf. So, expensive hobby, right? But I have got them, that's stacks of them. And it's pretty fun. If you ever want to play them, just get them out. It's good. Okay, guys. GTA 1, 2 and 3. Before we start, forgive me on the background. You may hear it. There's fireworks everywhere because obviously everyone's on lockdown. So people are doing it in the gardens. And there's quite a lot. So I say this all the time, and I'll say it again. GTA 3 is the best. Is the best. This is where GTA changed, in my opinion. Obviously, if you play GTA 1 and 2 with the cartoon colours, bird's eye views, it's still good. But then play GTA 3, I mean, wow. What a game changer. Rockstar has created a genius. Down to 3D graphics, third person is brilliant. You can see all around you, so you don't hit any buildings, which is annoying on GTA 1 and 2 and London and etc. When you go too fast and you hit a corner, bosh. And also you got the comedy side as well on GTA 3. And a feel of a modern day, because you're down there. For instance, walking alongside just the computer people on the streets, and you can hear them either talking to someone or a crackhead like talking to themselves. Just going around like they're on the street. It's brilliant. And also there's a few characters on the street so you can meet with headphones on. And you can't really hear what they're listening to, but it's kind of like a drum and bass tune. Dooch, 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 and it goes straight past you. And I'll guarantee you, if any of you have played GTA 3 and your listeners right now, you know exactly what I'm saying. You would think, yep, I know that guy. He walked past me all the time. So yeah, there's so much GTA 3, we'll cover that. But let's start GTA 1 and 2 combined, as they're almost identical. And then we'll jump into GTA 3, and we'll talk about the main level, side missions, cheats, etc. Then I'll discuss my memories of this game, which I have so many on GTA, mostly GTA 3. So, GTA 1, here we go.
Good shot, kid. I think you got him. Good shot, kid. I think you got him.
So guys, 1997 GTA 1, that was when it was released. I was 9 years old and I used to play GTA just before bedtimes with my brothers, but I know I was young, just you know, I'm pretty sure a lot of you have, because 9 is young. And then my brother was 7 and one of my brothers was 11, yeah, 2 years. But it was funny because obviously there's 3 of us and just one PS1, so we always fight to get a go, and you just really want to get on that GTA 1. So what we done, we had separate bath times, so we all get a go, which is pretty cool. So I'll have a go, they have a go. For me, the game was so unique, I didn't mind watching, to be honest, like one of my brothers playing it, because you can see more of the game this way, and you can see all the buildings and the walkers. So I can sit there for days watching it. The seat for GTA 1 was based on New York, San Francisco and Miami, which from a bird's eye view, you're not really seeing much of this. You're not seeing the unique city. And then GTA 2 is different. It's called Anywhere City. It's a fictional city. But then again, you know, you can't really see them. So the missions. So there's not much big missions on this if you're used to the other GTAs. There's a lot of phone missions. So the yellow arrow, it will take you to the phone mission. To the phone, sorry, and then you get out, check it. It has little writing up. That's what it does. It's like it's talking to you. And then basically you just go do your mission. You follow the arrow, and it's kind of the same thing. It's phone, mission, arrow, and it's more... Sure, you'll shoot a few people, but most is get a car, steal a car, put it in a garage. There's a lot of that. And oh my goodness, the controls, and it is so difficult. I started playing this again for research for this episode, just to get on point, and I can't believe how difficult it is. You literally can't even go 2 blocks up and round the corner without hitting something. You have to slow down, and then once you hit a car, it's like hitting a brick wall, and you're even like a couple of mil off that car and you're still hitting it. It's so difficult. Then you have to reverse, and oh my goodness, it does take a long time. I do not miss it. So there's a gang on GTA 1, and I think it's a group of 5 people, and they keep going up the road. If you just stop and listen to them a minute, they're chanting the GTA name. So they're going Grand Theft Auto, Grand Theft Auto, Grand Theft Auto, just like that, just going up and down the street. So check them out. If you can, just record that, send it into my Instagram. I like to see it. So yeah, there's obviously you get money whilst you're doing the missions, and money even killing people, running them over. But if you didn't notice, there's a bonus bit of money of this game, and it's if you haven't seen him, there's a guy looks like Elvis. You see him with the white clothes and like long black hair from a bird's eye. Kind of looks like a twiglet. If you run him over in a certain amount of time seeing him, you get more bonus money. But then again, you know, I find you get enough money on this game to get things anyway. You get the guns out the crates, you know, you're not really needing the money, but if you want to do it, do it. So how far I got in this game, GTA 1 and 2 I'm talking, not very far. And you kind of get that feeling of when you want to be quite neat and a bit by and by the law. Do you ever get that on GTA? So you just want to sometimes get a nice car, get the coppers off your back, and just kind of slow down, and then just drive each traffic light and then go around. That's what I used to do a lot, because to be honest, it's hard. I couldn't really get into it, so I would say I've probably done about 2 phone missions, and that is it. I just couldn't get in it. Just couldn't get it. So the good thing about GTA 1 and 2 is you can get motorbikes, and you don't get that on GTA 3. They did publish a spin-off of GTA 3 called Liberty City Stories, which I had on a PSP, a very, very good game. They had bikes on that, which we will do another episode if you want me to. Oh yeah, guys, I need your help on this one. I couldn't, because I didn't get far in this game, I don't know if you can buy weapons. And I couldn't find it on my research. I couldn't find any people buying weapons. It was just coming up the other GTAs. So if you think you can buy weapons, and if there's any hidden packages on GTA 1 and 2, let me know. And I will shout you out on the next episodes. So they haven't released GTA 1 or 2 or the London ones on iOS, on Android, any of those, but they have released GTA Chinatown. Now, I've purchased this, and this is a pretty good game. It's a bird's eye, but it's kind of, the camera's dropped to slight, so you can kind of see in front of you, about 10 degrees down. So it is like GTA 1, but they've obviously upped it. So all that cartoon stuff, you start off in the canal and you have to get out, steer the car straight away. You get a screwdriver, you have to turn it on your phone, and then you start it up and you're off, and it is brilliant the way they've done that. So if you just want the memories back on this game, but there's, you know, you can't get them, you just always watch YouTube, get this game. It's about £5 and it will bring back memories in a way, and it's pretty good. And even that I didn't get far. I just drove up a little bit and then hitting the walls, and then I remember if you go forward on the first bit there, I got caught on the train rail going up the top. So because your angle, you're seeing that, and then when you want to turn left behind the building, I was just getting hit by a lamppost. I'm like, I just can't really get it. So will I play this game again, GTA 1, 2 and the Londons, with this kind of same graphics? After this episode, yes, like I did before, but I wouldn't for the full game, especially if you got GTA 3 and all that out. So ratings I'll give this is 5. It's definitely worth a 5. It's out there, isn't it? Back in the day when it released, it said a lot about a game. Right, GTA 1 done, 1 and 2 done. Now let's get to GTA 3. Now, the opening of this game is insane. The graphics on third person for the first time on GTA, it gives you goosebumps, honestly. You'll be hooked straight away. This game was released October 2001, which is the same year that Rockstar released the Max Payne in July 2001. So it was just before this GTA 3, which it brought Rockstar to life, honestly. Max Payne was the same graphics used in GTA 3. I mean, if you played Max Payne and then you knew that they were releasing a new GTA, you know, you're going to know they're going to use these graphics. And it is absolutely brilliant. I mean, you get hyped like you would if you knew GTA 6 coming out. So yeah, this is the opening scene, the bank heist. As soon as you see this opening scene, oh, it gives you tingles. I just want to play it now. The introduction opens up with a shot of the Liberty City Bank as a Banshee driven by Mike Wells zips by and stops in front of an adjoining alleyway to pick up the team with 3 bank robbers who's just robbed the bank. Catalina, Claude, which is you by the way, and an unnamed associate with the Colombian cartel attire. Claude falls behind whilst escaping and finds that Catalina has killed the unnamed associate and has aimed the gun towards him. She tells him that she is an ambitious girl and no longer needs him. She now has a connection with Michael, who is a Colombian cartel leader, and shoots him. Bosh. She and Michael escapes in the Banshee, leaving Claude for dead. Claude survives, however, is arrested by the LCPD. Now in police custody, Claude is being transferred from the police headquarters on Student Island to Liberty Penitentiary to serve his 10-year sentence. Joining him in the police convoy are 8-Ball, following an arrest which left both his hands fully bandaged, and an Oriental man of unknown origin, arrested possessing no legal documents. Whilst crossing the Callahan Bridge from Stoughton to Portland, the convoy is ambushed by the Colombian cartel, who abducts the old Oriental gentleman and flees, giving Claude and 8-Ball a chance to escape. However, the cartel placed a bomb on the bridge, which detonates, destroying the bridge. Claude and 8-Ball survive, but are now isolated on Portland Island. And that's where you start, honestly. It took me a while to read that, and I couldn't get the names out, forgive me. But yeah, once that's said and done, oh my god, then you're in, your game plays in. So the beginning, what I said right at the beginning of this, my hands all messed up, you better dry, brother, that bit. This is where this comes into. So good. You'll rush, yeah, you're straight into this game now. As soon as it comes on, police sirens all around, there's fire next to you, and you have to drive because 8-Ball can't, so you're already driving. As soon as the game starts, the radio comes on, you got many channels on there, and you're out, and it's brilliant, man. You go past a couple of gangs, absolutely love it. So let's talk about levels on GTA 3. So there's a lot of side missions, many levels of different gangs, so much you can do. Compare it to, you've just got off GTA 1 and 2 and London. You just want to explore, and it will take you ages. And there's some funny levels on here too. I remember one level where you have to take photos of this old paedophile man. I want to say pedo, it's just weird. He owns like a fish place, and he takes 2 prostitutes in the back of his van, and you have to sneak up and take photos to get him in trouble. But when he gets out the van, because the prostitutes run off, he's dressed as a baby. And it's the funniest thing. I wasn't expecting that. And he's just running around chasing them. And you just have to sneak through the woods and take photos. It's brilliant. So there's quite a few gangs on this. So many. And the thing about this game, it's still excellent. But you just keep flipping from gang to gang. So at the beginning you're fine. And then you go to one gang. If you go to the other territory of another gang, they start shooting you, but then you end up flipping around to the other gang, and then they're shooting. And it's just like, This is unbelievable. And they know exactly who you are. You can go to the other island, come back in any car, they just start shooting the shite out of you. And some are very dangerous. I think the least dangerous one is on the first island you're at. They're the ones around Chinatown with the blue uniform. They mostly just got baseball bats. They're not quite heavy. But you got the black suits. They got Uzis and shotguns. They're quite powerful. So let's talk about the packages. So there are 100 packages on GTA 3. And each 10 package gives you a weapon you can get at your safe house. You have a few different safe houses, one on each island. And they will just keep spawning there every so often. So if you save the game, come back outside, they're spawned there. You would always have a baseball bat there. So my advice for you, and this is what I always do, is get the 30 packages. There's just over 30 on the first island. So get 30 of them before the gangs start hating you. Because if they hate you and you're trying to find them at a later date, it's extremely hard. You have to be quick before you get shot. And if you shoot them back, the police are after you. So my advice is to do that. And then what you would get a pistol, an Uzi, and some grenades. So if you get them straight away before you've even done the first mission, you're on for a big shot. You know, you can build them Uzis and pistols up and grenades easy. So the money on this game is crazy. When they brought out Vice City, they put the money down a lot and you could buy houses on that one. But this one's insane. So the first mission, and all you had to do is take, I think her name was Misty, from the red light district over to the warehouses. Not far, talking a couple of minutes, and you get $1,500. $1,500. No one's after you yet. And it was just so crazy. It just goes up and up, and you just... I had loads of money. You can't even spend it. And I was topping out on all the big guns. So the islands on this, which is quite funny. So you can't go over to the other island, the middle one, until the bridge is fixed. And that is only how many missions you do, you know. Then once you've done the missions, the bridge will be back open. Then you're over there. But the thing is, when you're on the first island, where your safe house is, opposite that there's the big river or the sea, if you like, going out to sea. Just go to the end of that. You see the other island, and it's so close. It's so close. Then when you're over to the other island, you get boat missions, and it's just crazy. Like, man, I could literally probably jump over here. And then it's the same on the other one. You go on the second island, you can't get over to the other one because the bridge is stuck because it's a drawbridge. Which, you know, I know you have to do it. I get it. But it's just insane, especially if you're used to GTA 5, and it's, you know, that is very, very big, isn't it? When you go on the main motorways, the highways, you can go flat out for a couple of minutes. You're still nowhere near, you know. So that's how close the islands are. So, cheats. Now, everyone knows you can cheat in life and you can cheat in GTA. And I used to cheat quite a lot. GTA 3, there were so many cheats. You can fly your cars anywhere you want. Obviously you can have all the ammo, all the weapons. You can get tanks, you can get the planes, the dodos, big heads, you know, all kind of stuff. And they were very easy to do. So if you played this quite a lot, and you can just get that at the beginning, and you know, you get that beginning, oh, you're bored, you just take on the cops really quick, and then it doesn't get fun. But it's there if you got it. It's quite easy to get online if you ever wanted them. So your safe houses. So if you play GTA 3 and then Liberty City Stories, which you can both get on iOS, obviously you're on the same islands, but your safe houses are different. You can, Liberty City, you can even go in your safe house, but GTA 3, you start off just outside the red light district, like back of a building, if you like. You got your base up outside. You can put one car in the garage, then you go through the door and save. Then when you get to the second island, you could put, I think it's 2 or 3 cars. It's a big garage, and you're in a back thing again. Then the third island, you're kind of out a bit on top of a hill, so it's pretty cool. You got a better view, kind of a tower block, but you got 3 garages there. The thing with the third one is when the gangs hate you, you're literally on the gang turf, so you can just go into your garage and then they're literally there. They could be right round that corner on that road. So these safe houses, that's all you really got, to be honest, on the safe houses. Which, you know, when you play it now, you're like, oh, I wish I can kind of upgrade or buy, especially the amount of money you got. It'd be pretty fun. But then that's why they build other games, other better GTAs. So you can get loads of side missions on GTA 3. You can get, which these are fun. These are really fun. A lot better than the first. So you can get taxi fares. You can get fire engine jobs. You can get selling cars and copper jobs, and the hospitals as well. So police and hospitals. So all of these you can earn some good money, especially on the taxis. I think they were the best ones for me. If you can get bonuses, like very quick bonus fares, they go up and up. Your money goes quite high. But then again, like I said, you need the money. Not really. So what you're aiming for is a special vehicle. So on the taxis, you can get a black cab and it looks like a dog's ball bag. They haven't got one. You can't get one unless you do this, the cab fare. So I think it is, if I'm correct, I think you have to do 100 fares and then you got it. So saying that, you think 100 fares, I could do that, but it took me ages. It does take you a while. You're on there for ages. And then there's all different things. So if you want to get, I think if you want to get life at your safe house, then you would do the ambulance missions, and you have to get a certain amount. It must be 100, or it's very high again. On the ambulance ones, you have to save people and take them to the hospital, so you're driving about as well. The hard one is the fire engines. I forgot what I think you get a shield. No, because the copper you get a shield. The fire engine, I'd have to look that up. I think you're immune to something. It's a pretty good one. But they're hard because you have to go there and then you have to aim the water at the fire. They're very hard. And selling cars, that's good. If you sell cars, you can get... I forgot what you can get. You can get a lot of money, but I think you can get a rare car as well. Then also on Liberty City, if you play this, there's another car mission where you have to sell cars. That's fun. So people will come in your cars, but they want different things. So if you get a Dodge Viper, for instance, he wants to go fast. You want to really go fast without hitting any cars, and he loves it. You have to, if you get one of those little granny cars, they want to go slow. And there's off-road cars, all this kind of stuff. And then you get some special stuff there as well, so that's fun. So yeah, no, check those out though. Those missions are pretty good. So now I couldn't wait to tell you guys this bit. So there's an Easter egg on GTA 3. If you don't know what an Easter egg is, it's like a hidden thing, okay? Like Disney has a lot of hidden other Disney characters in their other films. So check them out. So this one is a shark. So not a lot of people know this. So when you get a boat, I don't know the times, I think it's random, but the weather changes here. So get a boat, go out at sea, quite far out, I think as far as you can go. Wait on your boat and just get out the driving of the boat, so you're just on the back. And just look about and you will see a shark. It'll take a while. You just see like the fin of the shark go up and down of the sea, and I think sometimes you do see an image of him, and I believe it has to be quite stormy, rainy sea. So he's out there, it's pretty fun. Check it out. So that's the Easter egg. So let's talk about the first time finding and flying that dodo. So I think they've done a unique thing here. They never told you could fly a plane in this GTA. And this whole game, you don't fly a plane, you barely see a plane. But there's a mission pretty much at to the end of this game. You can fly a dodo. And what it is, it's a very short winged plane. And it kind of hovers. It's very hard to fly it. But the reason why I like it is bringing out, and I think, is telling you that they're going to have games with planes in. And obviously with GTA 5 is insane. So yeah, you're getting it in the airport and you just take it down the airstrip and then finally get it in the air. It gets up and it hovers and you can take it about. Very hard, but very fun. And it feels so cool that you're up in the air and you can see the islands. So yeah, the feelings of exploring on this game is phenomenal. It is amazing. You know, I told you about when on GTA 1 when I used to just slow down at the traffic lights. You get a lot of this on this game. If you just don't want to do missions for a minute or an hour, and then there's nothing stopping you, there's no time, you could literally go out of your safe house, walk about. Oh, I want to, my car's a bit smashed up, but if it's in your garage, it actually repairs itself. You can just drive it round to the spray garage, change it a different colour. And then you can, I've done this a lot, and then you can pretend to go to a petrol station or a drive-through of sorts or whatever. There's a cafe, there's a little motel cafe, you can't go in it, but it's just down the bottom. If you come out of your safe house on the first island, take a left, straight there down the hill, it's just there. So there's all things like that, and it's fun to explore. So especially when you get to the second island, it's more of a city, and it has a park. And just listening and just seeing the lights, check it out, it's pretty good. So once you're not bored anymore and you want to play it again, there's a tip that me and my two brothers, we never checked this on Google, we made this up. So I don't know if everyone does this, but it's a pretty good tip. I'll show you right now. On the island 2, if you want to get that FBI car, I think it's 4 stars, and they come after you. It's bulletproof and it is an absolute beast, and it's fast. We know a way of getting it because you can put them in the paint sprayers, and then they don't see you anymore. But you can't do that on normal cop cars. So on GTA 3 Island 2, where the car park is just outside your safe house, there's the spray place there with the 8-ball bombs on that ramp. What you got to do is get your coppers up to about 2 or 3 stars, so it's quicker. Go on that ramp. Was it 4? No, sorry. Go in the car park so the helicopters can't get you. Start taking them out until you're up to 4 stars. Now, there's 2 ways of doing this. Once you've got your 4 stars, the FBI are coming. They're trying to get in. So you can either shoot them there, get the car, go around to the spray it, stay there for a bit. You've got it. It is quite hard sometimes. Or you can get your 4 stars, head round to the ramp, just behind the car park space, the area. There's a little alley there. And then they come in that way, either way, shoot them there. Get your car, quickly get up there. So just try that out. if you do try it out, even on the iOS, Android, let me know. I would love to know if you can get it like we did. Just send me a little picture. Go, look, got it. So that'd be exciting. So another level I like on the second island, you get to see this army guy for the first time. And the reason why I like this level, it brings out a lot of differentness for the first time, which is the weapons and you can't go in a tank, but you see a tank, so you need to help this army guy out. You go to his barracks, he's got one arm, and all the cartels or whoever's after you there, they start coming in, so it's just you and him. And there's quite a lot that's coming in. You've got to be careful because their guns take you out quick. But he has an arsenal of new weapons that you haven't seen yet. They have the big machine guns, the rocket launcher, and I forgot what the other one was, but you can get a minigun. I think it is a minigun. Then after this guy, that's when you can buy it off him, which is quite expensive. But you have a lot of money. I had millions, you know. So that's what kind of brings out the different side of GTA. Well, so you know we're talking about exploring, guys, because that's what we do, because we're cool. On GTA 3, you can go on the trains, and even that is good explore. So, you know, I said you like sometimes go in your car and go down the motel or clean your car, change the colour. Sometimes, if you want, you can just drive to the train station or walk to it. It's not far. There's some underground ones and some over carriage ones, and you can go in both of them, and they'll take you around the islands and to the other islands. And it's pretty good. So those the above ones, it just reminds you of like proper New York, old school, all the spray graffiti all on it and stuff. You can go up there, you go in there in the doors of the train, and you don't sit down, you just stand there, and it takes you around, the camera takes you around it, and then you get back out to different places. And that is pretty good, especially the underground, because you can walk that. And if you play Liberty City, obviously you have the motorbikes, so you can take a bike down there, bosh, straight out. It's pretty good. Then also you can get ramp rewards. I never done much of these, but you have to collect them all, so it'd be pretty fun to collect them all, and you can get a bonus money. So if you got a fast car, you see a ramp, you can go straight over it, and then the camera goes slow, it zooms out, and you have to try to land somewhere else. And some of these ramps are high, you go right and you have to land it, bonus, and bosh. So if you're into that, check that out, there's quite a lot of that. So yeah, I told you about the weathers, didn't I? It goes dark, it goes daylight, it goes raining, foggy as well. And also that's bringing the atmosphere as well. It's pretty cool. Still early days. You don't get umbrellas, you don't get proper puddles and things like that, but I don't even think his clothes change to dampness like it does GTA 5. Forgive me of these fireworks, they're getting quite heavy now. I've paused this a couple of times, they're just not ending. Yeah, so, like I said about Liberty City, as I keep talking about it, they have that on iOS and Android. They also have San Andreas, Vice City, and Rockstar's released the Max Payne and Bully. Now, I will be doing a Bully one because I absolutely love that game. When I played it on the Xbox, you know, you get the achievements. Usually 1,000 points total. This was 1,150. I got every single achievement for this game apart from one, and the reason why, because I didn't know about it, you only could get it when it was a snowy season and you can't go back. I checked and I checked. The only way to get that is in those chapters, and I missed it. I was so annoyed. I couldn't go back and do it all again. But when I saw it online, it was quite easy. So in my eyes, I'm like, well, I could have done it. I really could have done it. So in my eyes, I got them all. Let's just say that, shall we? So yeah, they're out on the tablets. So hopefully you're listening thinking, oh my God, I'm quitting this podcast now. I don't care about this episode. Buy and just go buy it. And if there's a comment there, just say, I bought it because of Cozy Sundays. I may get something. So let's quickly, just a quick one, talk about Vice City, because I will be doing an episode. Just how different it is. So buying the houses I told you about, buying the clothes, you can buy buildings like a strip club, and you can also go in the strip club, which is different. Not just because it's naked women, it's because you can go into buildings. You can go into a mall, you can go in to your hotel rooms, you can, and it's quite fun because the money is lower now. You're in Miami, and so when you can buy these, you see like a little house symbol, and you can go up to it, and there's a lot of money. The docks and all sorts. You're like, I would love to own this. The golf range, sorry. But it takes a while. I don't even think I ever bought them, but that's another episode. So let's talk about my memories before we go, the final bit. My memories of GTA 3. So I've told you about GTA 1 and 2. It's not much memories, just when I was in the bath playing it when I was young. And I shouldn't have. So my memories of GTA 3, I've got one of the best memories. My mum and dad went away for about a week. And it was just me and my two brothers. We had our neighbours next door. We got loads of good neighbours, so we were safe, don't worry. And I remember they left us money, and we just kind of lived on pizzas. And it was just a local pizza shop. They kind of knew us there, especially how many pizzas we got every night. It wasn't school, so we were just there for a whole week playing GTA. And I tell you, that is all we played. GTA 3. We got absolutely hooked. And just so many pizzas everywhere. But the best thing about this is when my brother went on it, and he wouldn't let us have a go for a while, so then my other brother went on the PC. I was just watching him. He did not move. When I'm there myself, I had a shower and all sorts. My younger brother did not move from that game for at least 4 days. He did not move. He slept in the same space. He didn't wash. I know it's disgusting. The pizza came. I went to the door. He just ate it there. He was eating the cold pizza. He did not move. The only time he moved, and this is what made me laugh, I was sitting there once, probably reading a book, and the game started loading. And you know how quick that game loads, which is when you go across another island, it does that little welcome to this island. What are you talking, 7 seconds maybe? He darted to the kitchen, the quickest thing I've ever seen in my life. I looked up like, what on earth is going on here? When I saw him go, I saw his arse prints in the sofa. That's how long he's been there. He quickly darted, got some biscuits, sat back down before it loaded, and then he was back there again. It was the funniest shit I've ever seen in my life. And I looked at him like, what on earth is that? He goes, oh, I'm hungry, ain't I? And I couldn't believe he just chum before it loaded. And that was it. Back on it for another 3 days. Unbelievable. But those kind of memories, they stick to you. And it was fun, you know what I mean? So, and also the memory cards. Oh my goodness. We didn't have much memory card issues, but I know many people did. And if you know PlayStations as well, when you want to go round your mate's house, the common thing you say and they say is, remember your memory stick, remember your memory card, remember it. And you get little cases and you can do them up. You put stickers on them and they look pretty cool. So when you go to your mate's house, they're like Pokemon cards or Pogs. and they're like, oh look at your one on black or see-through, and that is your lifeline. That there determines if you're clever or have friends. Do you know what I mean? You plug that baby in and you see what you got on that. Do you know what I mean? But there has been a lot of issues with them where people haven't put them in properly, or they start breaking, and you spend many hours, and this is the only thing that can save it. So if you're a young listener, you'll probably just use the auto save and you don't need any of that. But that's what we needed. You needed to buy one, plug it in, and if you run out of memory, because you have like 8 slots or 16 slots, you have to delete them to get memory or buy another memory card. It's insane. But, you know, it's all fun and games. It's pretty good. So, one more on the GTA 3 is the epic war battle at the end. Now, this war battle, it is amazing. There's a lot of films like this, the old Mafia, Al Capone, all this. And you have to go through all the levels back down to the first level for the epic battle. And then when you're coming through, everyone is at war. All the gangs are shooting each other. They kind of leave you alone. And then you got to do the epic battle and take them on. Take the main guys on. But when you're going through the streets, people are running, people are shooting each other, and it's just, that's how you end the game. It's usually on games, it's usually a head-on final boss who's massive with 1800 guns, you know. But this isn't. You just kind of see the damage that you have done. You've done this damage from when you were first seen going over that bridge with 8 Ball. Everything was calm. But now you have done this because you're the main guy that's been killing their gang to their gang to their gang, and it's you, and you're seeing it all, and you think, oh my goodness, what on earth have I done? But it's all fun and games. So guys, that is it. We have done GTA 1, 2 and 3. I didn't want to do a lot of wiki, as you know, it's more memories, and I do this because I listened to a wiki one before. I won't say the names, and it's just copy. I don't like it. It's your own memories. Let's just get them. You send them back. And as I'm doing an add-on for this, my next one would be Liberty City Stories. That's all. And then I'll do another separate episode of Vice City. And then so on. So if you have memories, even this one or Liberty City, send them to me. Audio, which I prefer because I can copy the link straight in, or even if you want to come on, if I can fit you in, I'll fit you in. And that's what it's about. It's about the memories. So come on, let's have your stories, we can chat about it, and I just love it. I've got a few stories and other things which they need to come out. I've got some other episodes and people are kind of backlogging of stories and shout outs, so that's pretty good. But apart from that, that's it. The only promotions I've got is the same ones until the 5th of December, which is the £20 voucher on my other podcast, STSA Podcast. Check that out on Instagram. It will take you to a link on my bio there, and it will tell you all the information. And also on that podcast, I'm giving away a survival wristband, which is pretty good. I need to do the YouTube for it, so you can see the video of the one I've got, and then you would have an unopened brand new one. And they're good wristbands, so they're very good. So I'll give that away. You just have to follow a few rules, but it costs you nothing. And like I say, guys, it's all funding. I'm getting a few more listeners and stuff, so we're doing okay, but the funding still isn't there. More funding, the better I could be, the better equipment, the better people, the better co-hosts, and also the better giveaways. I would give away loads if I had it. So it's been Cozy Sundays. I've been Nathan Woods, your host, and I hope you enjoyed it. I shall see you on the next one. Ciao, ciao for now, brown girl. Bye bye.
Down, speeding all around. The Naked 47 got the power and it's bound to move any mother that gets in my way. Just another power machine on the freeway. Riding with me is my MC homeboy. Knowing the rules ain't part of his program. Finding the right way around this map might be pretty hard cause he's fucked on crack. G, Grand Theft Auto. You gotta make a mark and move where you want to. T, that determination to steal what you can and run from the nation. Hey, what do you say? We automate a secret to speed from our getaway. Take it to the edge, there's nowhere to hide. And call up the boy, let's go for the joyride. Let's go for a joyride.